he just keep coming. Yeah, and I expect tough fight. I wasn't in my best shape. I had just few weeks of preparation, but I did it. I think I controlled the fight. I landed biggest shots, the best shots, and I won. So I'm really happy.
Right around him down in the front, it seemed in the middle rounds that Joyce was able to come on, turn the tide a little bit. Granted, you closed the show well, but what do you attribute the change in tide to? How did Joe Joyce kind of come on in the middle?
Yeah, I mean he's famous for his big pace, and he just keep coming, and he's just increasing his pace. He starts slowly and just throw a lot of punches later. So I knew he gonna keep coming, but uh, and like I said, I wasn't in my best shape. I just had few weeks for preparation, but I did it. I had this second wind in the ninth and 10th round, and I won
A lot of
def-
sorry.
definitely first 5 rounds. So I think I won at least 8 rounds at least, and he won maybe 2 3 rounds, and yeah, I won.
A lot of conversation was had about Joe's punch resistance, whether or not it was still there. He's been taking knockdowns in his previous fights. Were you surprised that he was able to take your power? He did land some big shots, or do you feel like all your power wasn't there tonight?
I think he has a great chin, and yeah, he surprised me that he took all these punches. But like I said, I think I wasn't in my best shape. I usually I should throw more punches. I should finish him if I was in my best shape. But I was cautious a little bit because I knew, I'm not in best shape, and but yeah, he's really tough.
Last one for me. Why weren't you in your best shape?
Because it was short notice, man.
3 weeks.
I had just few weeks for preparation. I was in easy training, and I got called, and I decided to go into the fight, and I just did, few weeks of sparring, and that's it. So I knew I'm not in greatest shape, but I was in decent shape, and yeah, I think I can do better, and if I had like real camp. And this first time in my life I did camp in Croatia. Usually for big fights I go to United States. I isolate myself from everyone, and this time I did in Croatia, and like I said, I had just few weeks, and hopefully for the next fight I'll be in better shape.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Philip, congratulations. What's next for you? What would you like next after a big win?
I think I would like, to fight in maybe September, October again against some big name, and I would like to maybe get some final eliminator or something like that, and fight some big name like someone top 15, top 10, and to deserve my title shot again. And that's my goal, to win a world title.
Philip, Dillian White was meant to fight Joe Joyce tonight, and he said after the fight that he would love to fight you next, and he believes he'd knock you out. Is that a fight that you would entertain, and how do you think that would go?
Yeah, that's a good fight. We'll see. We'll speak with Frank and George and see what they offer, and why not? I'll fight anyone. So.
What was your reflection on Filip's performance tonight? Are you happy with your first fight with this man, Philip?
Yeah, you know what? We were in camp in Big Bear back last year and had 3 fights called off. So he went home. So when he got the call 3 weeks before the fight, he called me up and asked me if I thought we should take it. I asked him what he was doing. He said he was running. So we really didn't have the time to prepare like we should have prepared. But I'm very proud of what he done. Man. He knew he wasn't in the best shape. We gave away the middle rounds for that reason. We knew Joe had a great motor. and it's a matter of making sure that we got enough for the 9th and 10th. And as he proved, he really closed in the 9th and 10th. So, no, I'm very proud of what he did.
Philip, you mentioned that in the ring that you would like to take on Dubois again at some stage. What would you do differently in that fight if he was to have the rematch?
Look, also before Dubois fight, I had bad situation. I was lose few weeks of my sparring because of cut. I was sick before the fight, and from the middle of the fight, I was really tired because of that sickness. I was cut very bad from second round on both eyes. So a lot of bad circumstances happened in that fight, and I think I didn't show my best version, and I would like to get another chance. He's a world champion, of course, and I'll need one or two more wins. I don't know, to get in the mix, get back into the mix. But I would like definitely to fight him again.
Philip, backstage before, when you walked back after the win, I saw that you and Moses Atoma crossed paths, and it looked like for a second he stopped and was sizing you up. Did you sense that, and what do you make of him, a guy and as a fighter on the rise?
He's a good young fighter, you know. He has the skills. He's a good young fighter. He's quick, southpaw, you know. He has good skills, but we'll see how he do in a tough fight, you know, when he got someone who go for 10 rounds, 12 rounds, who can take his shots, and he need to prove himself in a tough fight, but he definitely has the skills, you know.
Did you get that feeling that he was sizing you up in that moment when you both crossed paths?
Man, he's a kid. I'm a man. He's a kid.
Would you feel disrespected if you did?
No, I just saw him and just walk. You know, maybe I'll fight him in future. You know, I didn't want. He's probably maybe in future my you know, opponent, very possible. So we just. I didn't say hi. He didn't say hi. You know, it's boxing. It's mental games. And yeah, I would. He's, like I said, he's good young fighter, but he need to have some tough fight to see. You know, is it he a warrior, or he's just a good fighter? You know, it's difference, because we saw Jared Anderson, who has also great skills. He didn't show that he's a warrior, you know. And there's a lot of guy with great skills, but one side is a skill and another side is heart and chin, you know. And so we'll see when he get into the big fight. But he, until now, he definitely did great job, you know. He did great job until now.
Knowing his mentality, he probably looks at fighters of your stature and believes that he could beat you right now. How would that fight go down if that was to happen?
Let's do it, man. I said to, I heard that they mentioning, you know, that matchup, and I said to George, I said to Frank, give me that fight. I'm you know, more than happy to have that fight. So, but I think he's still, you know, he's still young. They need to be cautious with him to match him properly and to develop his potential, and not to rush him too soon into some hard fight. And we'll see, you know. But he, like I said, he got skills, and we'll see does he has, you know, heart of a warrior.
Philip, do you feel
Can I
like
ask about your cut currently? How much of that was a hindrance for you in this particular fight, and did that potentially stop?
I don't hear you, man.
Sorry, the cut that you had in this particular fight, how much of that was a problem for you, and do you feel like that hindered you getting a potential stoppage?
Yeah, it was open on first round, and I didn't like it, and it was bothering me for 1, 2 rounds. Blood was coming into the eye, but Abel did great job in corner. So since third, fourth round, it didn't gave me any problems. Just maybe 2 rounds, the blood was coming into my eye, and you don't when you get a cut, you don't see how big it is. It's not painful, but you don't know how big it is, and of course I was not happy when that happened, but yeah, I endured. Abel did a great job, so we did it.
Philip, do you feel like you're in the same position as you now after this win as you were going into that fight with Daniel Dubois? Obviously, you were
No, I'm not. I need one more win. I was mandatory challenger, and I was undefeated. I beat Zhang, and now I think I need one more fight to get into the position, and we'll see. You never know in boxing. Boxing is crazy business. You never know what's gonna happen. There's no so many rules.
Definitely. And Abel as well. If obviously as Philip's coach, obviously with a full camp next time, who would you like from a coaching perspective?
There's a lot of guys out there. It's up to Frank and
There's a future for him at the top level still. What did you make of the performance in that round?
I think he can give anyone hard fight because he's just tough. He keep coming. He throw a lot of punches. He's big. He'll give anyone tough fight, anyone in the division. But I think for his health, it would be the best that he retires because he had a lot of tough fights. He received a lot of punches. He has that open style, not so great defense, and like I said, he can give anyone tough fight, but my opinion that he should retire because of his health, and that's the most important in the end, to be healthy after boxing. So, but he's a warrior, man. I respect him. He did amazing achievements as an amateur and as a professional, but now he's maybe too old at this moment, and I think he should retire. That's my opinion, without any disrespect, but I think it will be the best for him.
And Abel, one more. When you do have a full camp, next time out, what would you like to see from Filip that we haven't seen from him yet, maybe in his career, or certainly tonight?
I think that in moments in this particular fight, he took his foot off the gas because of thinking that we didn't have a full camp. He wanted to make sure that I could see that he wanted to make sure in the middle rounds to have enough at the end. For the next camp, he'll be not only will the sparring be better, but he'll be longer sparring sessions, and he'll have the strength and conditioning that he should have had for this fight. He didn't get that, but still, if he did this well with not even a half a camp, I can imagine what he can do with a full camp.
Thank you.
There's a lot of names that have been thrown around today. I was wondering, Deontay Wilder, he's making his return. Is that someone that you look at and think, I'd love to fight him as well, or is that not someone on your radar?
I'll fight anyone, man. I never refused any fight, so I'll fight anyone. It's just about my promoter and my manager and the offer, and we'll see what's the best route for me to get back for a title shot. But I'll fight anyone, so we'll see.
Quick message, Nova TV, people at home, you can speak in your native tongue, you don't have to speak in English. Is there anything you want to say to the people at home who are watching?
To Croatian?
Yeah,
On Croatian.
in Croatian.
Pozdrav svima, evo, uz Božju pomoć pobjedio sam, hvala svima na podršci, vratio sam se u stilu i ovaj put idemo do svjetske titule uz Božju pomoć Bog i Hrvati.
Can you translate, Abel?
He said, thank you very much for all your support. We'll see you at home.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.